Welcome to an amazing night of basketball. Blake, we've done soccer, we've done girls basketball, but tonight we make our boys basketball debut, and I'm excited.
Yeah, I really am too. We should have a good one here. We have our Lee Summit Tigers taking on Ruskin. And a player to watch in this one, I would say, for the Tigers is Max Weisner. In this Summit Girls Shootout tournament last year, he was named to the all-tournament team. So watch him as this game goes on. He's going to be critical to the Tigers' work inside, as well as Felix and Yudike.
Tonight is the semifinals between our Lee Summit Tigers with a 5-7 record taking on the Ruskin Eagles, standing at 9-3. Here comes McDonald, going to drive it himself with the left hand, going to put up the layup with his right, and it's going to go in. And the Tigers are going to be the first to kick it off with a 2-0 lead. Tyrone Moore going to try to split the double team, and no good. Offensive rebound, but ended up with Kemp and to McDonald. McDonald going to take it fast-paced up the court to Kemp. Kemp saves it. Weisner up front now. And they're going to call a foul on the floor against Dion McCarthy.
Foul on number 34, Dion McCarthy, his first, team first.
Luke McDonald will inbound for the Tigers. And that's going to be overthrown to Bryson Maluru, and that's going to be Eagle basketball. Tyrone Moore will pass it in for the Eagles. Moore's going to get it back. Going to slow things down for the Eagles. Guarded closely by McDonald. Moore driving a lot so far, but that's going to be a turnover. And Tiger basketball once again. Eagles going to set a half-court press here. Going to try to trap McDonald, make him, and that's going to work. Oh, he's going to save it. Kemp going to drive. Tried to alley-oop it to Yudike, and he's going to put it back up. No good. Great defense there by Dion McCarthy, and here come the Eagles with the fast break. Moore going to take it up top. This backcourt for the Eagles likes to drive. Going to drive once again. Fadeaway ended up being a pass, and another turnover for the Eagles. Blake, what's it going to take for the Tigers to upset the 9-3 Ruskin Eagles here and make it to the finals tonight? What do you think has to happen?
Well, this team thrives off their inside production, the Tigers do, mainly from Felix and Yudike, who had a huge part in that big win over rival Lee Summit West we saw last Friday. And so for this Tigers team to thrive against this Eagles team, we've already mentioned Max Weisner, but Felix and Yudike as well, offensively and defensively, is a huge part for this Tigers team.
And Yudike going to drive, and they're going to call it a charge. Pretty easy call there. Dion McCarthy did not appear to take a step at all, so good call by the ref.
Yeah, once again, and Yudike, great player, just there, in a little bit of a hurry. Not really good that he got a foul this early on, but I'm sure he'll be fine. He doesn't get rattled very easily, and now the Tigers just got to play defense, and that's how they're also going to win this game. They're great defense.
And Yudike has proven with past games that he is just immensely strong with the ball. You do not want to guard him inside. Missed three there by Moore. They're going to save it, and that's not going to end up working out. Tiger basketball.
Am I the only one that thought that had a chance, Alex? I thought that save actually had a chance to go in.
Yeah, I got a little enthused there for a second. McDonald.
That would have been on Sports Center top 10.
Eagles showing a press again here. Good bounce pass by Kemp. LaRue going to drive in and out. Another offensive rebound by Yudike, and they're going to call Eagle basketball out on Felix and Yudike. 2-0 here, Tigers lead. Low scoring thus far. 4:57 left to go.
Early on, we've seen Felix and Yudike get 2 offensive rebounds in just a little over 3 minutes. So down low, he's already getting the production that the Tigers need, and there's the block.
Swatted by Kemp there. Going to remain with the Eagles, but great defensive help. As Cordell Marshall is going to pass it in for the Eagles.
Great help there once again, like you said, Alex, by Amari Kemp. That swat out of bounds. That's how these teams get fired up.
They're going to pull it from the outside. Banks off, rebound, Kemp. He's being tough inside thus far, and he's going to take it himself up the court. And almost stolen, intended for LaRue. Damian Wilson's going to sub in for Anudike. They're going to play a little bit of small ball here. Tigers running a 3-guard, 2-forward set now. Great ball handling there by McDonald. Wilson gonna pull it from the corner, in and out. And good box out there by Dion McCarthy, and here come the Eagles, led by Tyrone Moore. Moore, and another turnover for the Eagles. Eagles playing sloppy this far, 4:16 left to go, still 2-0. Great defense tonight, really shutting down that quick backcourt from the Eagles. Blake, I like what I see so far from the Tiger D.
Yeah, I do too. They're causing a lot of turnovers, mainly for number 4, Tyrone Moore. And there's a 3 there from Amari Kemp.
And it's gonna go in for Kemp. That's gonna extend the Tiger lead to 5. Moore, the quick point guard. Great help defense again from Kemp. They're gonna drive now. From the corner once again, Eagles, no good, gonna bank off. Rebound McDonald. LaRue strong with the ball, gonna ignore the turnover attempt. And they're just gonna reset towards half court. McDonald gonna find LaRue inside to Wisner. Wisner in and out. Offensive giver gets his own rebound and in. 7-0 Tigers, 3:19 left to go. And it's really been the Eagles shooting themselves in the foot. I've counted 4 turnovers, Blake. Eagles really need to pick it up on the offensive side of the ball, clean things up.
They really do, and on the defensive end as well. Max Wisner in there, picking up where Felix Anudike, even though Anudike is out of the game, Wisner's still in there, making plays. Anudike is the 7th leading scorer in the Suburban Red Conference, but Max Wisner in there once again, just doing the work for him.
And another turnover there for the Eagles. McDonald's going to pass it into LaRue, and once again the Eagles are going to press. But the Tigers have played very clean on offense thus far. Press is not working. Good bounce pass there to Wilson. Wilson, LaRue, McDonald. Inside to Wisner once again. Bounce pass, good cut. McDonald towards Kemp. Kemp gonna pull up again, and it's good! That's gonna be a double-digit lead for the Tigers. 10-0 with 2:36 left to go. And the 9-3 Ruskin Eagles are not looking good so far.
How about Amari Kemp?
Swatted by Wisner!
What a block by Wisner.
Oh, immediate turnover with it again. Inside, good cut there. Kemp gonna find Wilson in the corner. Wilson gonna fake it and drive. As Donald Bangham gonna get the rebound. Bangham gonna take it himself. No, he's gonna kick it back out. They're gonna pull up from downtown. Off the bank, no good. And it's gonna be Tiger basketball, offensive foul. Looks like Anudike and Benassi are gonna sub in, along with Hunter McDonald, as Wisner, Kemp, and LaRue coming out.
Back to the offensive side of things for the Tigers. How about Amari Kemp? He's only averaging 8.7 points per game, but tonight he already has a pair of threes. He's quickly approaching that season average with already 6 points tonight off 2 threes. Big role on offense for the Tigers.
McDonald to McDonald, the 2 brothers out there. Gonna kick it inside to the strong Anudike, fakes it and gonna draw the foul. Beautiful post-up play. What a play to fake it and draw the foul.
Foul is on number 20, Elijah Corner, his first, team 4th.
And that is a 4th team foul for the Ruskin Eagles. And Eagles showing a lot of turnovers and already in foul trouble. Not looking too good as Anudike gonna take his first attempt here. In and out.
And what are the odds, Alex, that the Eagles don't get a single point this quarter? We have 1:42 left here in this first quarter. The Tigers up 10-0, what a performance on the offensive and defensive end for the Tigers.
Banks off. Benassi to Anudike. Gonna take it up strong with the finger roll, no good. Gonna spin around, get his own rebound. Minute and a half left to go, 12-0 Tigers. Tigers are looking good.
That's exactly why Anudike averages 11 points per game. Those offensive rebounds, second chance points are what Anudike thrives off.
Ruskin Eagles gonna pull up again. Benassi with the rebound. Here comes McDonald getting pressed once again. To the other McDonald. McDonald gonna drive outside to Benassi, the sharpshooter, no good. Ruskin gonna save it, Moore gonna take it himself. And Eagles will continue to stay off the board. 0 points with 50 seconds left to go. Hunter McDonald picks up his dribble, dangerous. Inside to Anudike. Anudike so strong with the ball. Floater not gonna work there. Rebound Eagles trying to get something going to get some momentum. 35 seconds left to go. They're gonna call a push.
Foul on number 11, Felix Anudike, his second, team second.
And Anudike is gonna get a second foul. 28.8 seconds left to go, 12-0 Tigers.
This is really surprising to me, Alex, honestly. Lee Summit and Ruskin faced off on December the 13th, and Ruskin won by 18 points. And right now, they have yet to get a point in the first.
You're gonna pull up off the backboard. Good closeout defense by McDonald, and Ruskin's finally on the board with 17 seconds left to go. But Tigers still have a double-digit lead. Benassi, 7 seconds left to go. Are they gonna pull the trigger? Benassi gonna drive outside to Hunter McGuire. Hunter McDonald, excuse me. Hunter McGuire indeed plays soccer. 12-2 Tigers. Then that's gonna end the first quarter. Blake, they are looking amazing, not turning the ball over. They're beating the press, and they're very strong inside, and their outside game's working. All around, just amazing play from the Tigers tonight.
Really, Alex, you hit it right on the head. Ruskin has been unable to get Lee Summit to fall into that press. Lee Summit, their quick playmakers like Caden McGuire and Alex Benassi, they really have stepped up for the Tigers and just getting the ball up the court. And that's what I think this Ruskin team thrives off of, is getting turnovers, and that's just simply what the Tigers haven't done so far. Credit to the Tigers on that, and I'm sure coach of Ruskin, Ray Hughes, is really going to be wanting his team to pressure the ball more simply because the Tigers are just working around that press, Alex.
As we begin the second quarter here. Ray Hughes is really talking it up with his team. Beginning the second quarter, Hunter McDonald, Caden McGuire, Alex Benassi, Max Weisner, and Amari Kemp will be the starting lineup for the second quarter for the Tigers, as the Eagles will inbound the ball, looking to slow it down a little bit, play their pace. Donald Bangham gonna drive, gonna kick it back out. Eagles gonna air ball. Strong rebound, and he's gonna get his own rebound again. Dion McCarthy. Excuse me, that was Tavion Banks with the rebound. McGuire gonna take it up. Tigers backcourt looking very good, and they're gonna call a foul. That's gonna be the 5th team foul for the Eagles. Not looking good thus far.
Foul on number 23, Jalen Dunn, his second, team 5th.
Alex Benassi gonna inbound it. Set play to McGuire. McGuire to McDonald. Back to McGuire. Looking for Benassi, not gonna get it. He's gonna go back to the top of the key. McDonald inside to Weisler once again. Gonna be stripped out of his hands, but it's gonna remain with the Tigers. Good defensive play there by Tyrone Moore. Tyrone Moore has really been a good point guard tonight, but some of his passes have not landed, so that's been a problem for the Tigers. The Eagles, as they're gonna give it in to Max Weisner there. Eagles gonna take it down now. Tavion Banks from downtown, no good, and they are continue to be 0% from downtown tonight. 10-point lead for the Tigers. Good behind the back move by Benassi. Benassi to McGuire, and they're gonna fight for it, and one-on-one. And he's gonna lay it up and easy over Hunter McDonald.
Good defense by Hunter McDonald, just not a lot he could do there. Once again, 3 sophomore guards on the floor for this Tigers team, so see if Ruskin thinks that they can get anything on this young Tigers set of players on the floor.
Inside to Wisner. Wisner double team now. Smart play from the Eagles. He's gotten the ball a lot, and they're gonna call it on the floor here. 6th team foul with 6:24 left to go in the second quarter. This is not good for the Eagles as Bryson Ralew and Luke McDonald will sub in as Caden McGuire goes out, along with Benassi.
This Tigers team is loaded with sophomores. Another 2 just came in, and Luke McDonald and Bryson LaRue.
Kemp gonna fade away inside, Stroman with the ball, and in to extend the Tiger lead back to 10 points. Gonna pull up, guarded close, and that's gonna be good.
Jalen Dunn for 3.
That was Jalen Dunn, the guard, as he pulls up double team, guarded close, and still gonna go in, and that's gonna be a turnover for the Tigers. No, they're gonna say he tipped it, gonna stay with the Tigers. Kemp in the corner. Kemp gonna drive. No, he's gonna take it back out from downtown, in and out. Oh, that was close. Ruskin gonna drive. They like the fast pace. Moore gonna drive with the left hand once again. He's gonna lay it with his right over Amari Kemp. That's gonna cut the lead to 5.
This Ruskin team is starting to come alive. If you're Lee Summit, you cannot let Ruskin get momentum.
Oh, what a backdoor pass to LaRue. It's not gonna work out. Tigers were looking for the foul. No good, the layup is no good. Here comes Kemp to McDonald. Back to the other McDonald. Attempted pass. Looking for Wisner, not gonna work out. And they're gonna call a foul here.
Foul on number 15, Luke McDonald.
A pair of hard falls on the floor there. You had Bryson LaRue take a tumble under the basket, and then Luke McDonald, a tough collision there, and I think he's gonna come out for Alex. Alex Benassi's gonna come in for him. So that's gonna be something to look out for. We'll give you an update on Luke McDonald as soon as we get one.
McDonald fell hard there. Tyrone Moore from downtown gonna sink it. That's gonna cut the lead to a single possession. Blake Ruskin has truly come alive.
They really have, and it begins with Tyrone Moore, their point guard. He really has shown up this Tigers team in this second quarter. We're about halfway through the second quarter, and Moore, I believe, has about 7 points this quarter, so really he's been a big step for this Ruskin team.
Wisner inside now. We know he's dangerous. Gonna take it, split the double team. No good. Rebound by Tavion Banks. And he's gonna take it himself. And that's gonna tie the game at 16 apiece. They have gone on quite the long run, and Ruskin is fired up, and all the momentum is with them right now, as Coach Little is not the happiest camper.
He really isn't, and he doesn't look too happy with his team, like you said. If I'm Coach Little, I'm telling my team that they need to wake up, because this Ruskin team, just because they were down a significant amount going into the second quarter, they didn't quit, and it shows. We're back tied at 16 apiece. And Ruskin really did what we said they needed to do. They started pressuring the ball, and it got this Lee Summit team uncomfortable, and Ruskin right now has all the momentum. That's what forced Coach Little to call that timeout.
Double-digit run for the Eagles now. As the Tigers will inbound it. Hunter McDonald to Benassi. Benassi looking for Weisner as they're gonna trip.
Look at that.
What a pass by LaRue there as he falls and still gets it. Stolen by Tyrone Moore. And here they go. Oh, what a swat by Bryson LaRue. It looked like he was gonna slam that, Blake.
It really did, and what a unique play there by Bryson LaRue. He trips on his own teammate, but still manages to get the ball off and doesn't turn it over, and then he swats and tries to get momentum for this Tigers team. That's exactly what they needed.
Good cut there by Cordell Marshall. And Blake, Ruskin's gonna take their first lead of the night.
And if you're the Tigers, you got to get this lead back quickly. Just because the Tigers are on their home court does not mean they have any sort of advantage, I guess you could say. This is a tournament, it's a neutral court. And they really aren't getting a ton of help from the crowd because, once again, it's a neutral court.
When this Eagles offense is on that fast break, there's not much hope in stopping them. You really gotta, Tigers playing a lot of help defense right now. High pass to Jalen Dunn there. They're gonna drive with the floater on the side of the key. Rebound Wilson, and here comes Wilson. Gonna slow things down and give it to Benassi. Benassi to LaRue. LaRue pump fakes. Guarded hard by Moore. Moore playing an exceptional game so far, except with the exception of his a couple turnovers. And Moore gonna steal the ball once again. He's gonna drive inside with the Euro step.
I think if you're Hunter McDonald there, you got to shoot that whenever you have three that open. He wasn't completely wide open, but I think certainly I've seen him at the gym shooting shots, and he can shoot the ball well. So I think if you're Hunter McDonald, you just got to have the courage to shoot that one.
Blake does indeed shoot hoops at Legacy a lot.
Yeah, I've actually played quite a bit of ball with some of these sophomore guards for Lee Summit, and I can tell you they're all very, very talented. You've probably heard us say before that this Tigers team has a ton of potential, and it's true. Give this team another year or two, and they truly will be one of the top teams in the state, Alex. I can guarantee you that.
McDonald up the court now to Benassi. Eagles continuing the press with 2:38 left to go in the second quarter. 19-16, Eagle lead. Wilson inside, and Weisner's gonna get himself a couple of free throws. Good pass from Wilson.
Even better positioning there by Weisner. He got that inside position and was able to just go up strong, and there's nothing that Ruskin defender could have done. And now Weisner has a chance to chip at this tiny three-point Ruskin lead.
And the arc free throw there is gonna sink and cut the lead to 2. And he's 2 for 2, cutting the lead to 1. Here comes Jalen Dunn up the court now. Screen from Banks. Banks gonna take it himself. To Tyrone Moore. Back to Jalen Dunn. Passing it around the key a lot, working the motion well. Moore's gonna pull up from downtown. No good, he's hit a couple tonight. Blake, the Ruskin Eagles are absolutely ice cold from beyond the arc in the first quarter. They really stepped it up in the second. Minute 55 left to go. Kemp inside to Weisner. Weisner gonna muscle himself up there and in. And the Tigers regain the lead.
Yeah, Coach Little there, fist pumping the air because really I'm sure he's pleased with Max Wisner's performance over these last few minutes.
In and out for Banks. Excuse me, that was Jalen Dunn. And they're gonna get a couple from the line here.
Foul on number 21, Amari Kemp. His
Just a
first,
reminder,
team
the
foul.
winner of this game will go on to face Raytown in the championship. They defeated William Chrisman in the game prior to this 8:30 start.
70-54, the final score of that game. And no good. But they're gonna get the offensive rebound there.
Tavion Banks for 2.
Tavion Banks just puts it right back up, and this back and forth. 1:21 left to go in the second quarter. 1 point lead for the Eagles. McDonald to the other McDonald. Kemp looking for a pass there. Wilson in the corner. McDonald looking better after that hard fall earlier. Oh, what a pass by Wilson inside to Wisner. Wisner smiling.
Wisner has 6 points within a minute. Exactly the production we were talking about earlier that the Tigers needed.
Eagles gonna pull up from the free throw line. No good. And they're gonna say he stepped on the line. That's gonna be Tiger ball. With 49.6 left to go, Tigers have a 1 point lead. Eagles pressing even more now. Tigers breaking it pretty easily. Looks like McDonald's gonna pass it around, looking to kill some clock with 37 seconds left.
I think if for the Tigers, you should play for the last shot here. You have the lead. There's no point in really giving it up. If they hold the ball and hold for the last shot, they can have a guaranteed lead going into halftime. And for the semifinal of a tournament, that sounds really good to me.
They're gonna hold the ball indeed, gonna kill some clock, go into the locker room with a lead. McDonald gonna set a screen for the other McDonald. He's in no man's land, in trouble, and they're gonna say that's Ruskin ball. Coach Little is not pleased, and I can understand why, Blake. 6.4 seconds left to go. They're gonna roll the ball up the court to avoid killing time. Are they gonna pull up? More from way downtown. Oh, in and out. That would have made the Ruskin bench go insane, but luckily they missed. And Blake, Tigers have a 1 point lead after the Ruskin Eagles got through a massive deficit in the second quarter, cutting that lead down, then eventually taking the lead. But it is indeed now a tight game, 22-21 Tiger lead. And Blake, the Tigers should be pleased, especially after their previous L to the Eagles.
Yeah, they really should, and they didn't even have Felix Anudike for most of that half as he was in foul trouble. So definitely a great result. I really like that play there from Max Wisner as well. And if you're the Tigers, really great that this Ruskin team that defeated them by 18 points last time around, Tigers actually are beating them by 1 going into half.
22-21, we will see in about 10 minutes. I'm Alex Hill, joined by Blake Heisey, Luke Rule on graphics, and Joshua Walker on camera. We'll see you soon. Welcome back, and we have a great game thus far as we're just beginning the second half. 22-21, Tigers lead. Felix put back into the game as he did not play most of the second quarter, and he's going to draw an easy foul there. Keys for the both teams, I would say. The Eagles really need to stay out of foul trouble, and they really need to maybe set up a zone or something to keep the Tigers out of the paint. And for the Tigers, I would say they really need to box out, really need to get offensive rebounds and prevent the Eagles from scoring from the outside. Shooting very well, shot very well in the second quarter from downtown. And here's NUDK with his second attempt. In and out. Eagles continuing that fast pace right out of the gate. No look pass from Moore, but it's not going to work out. Just overthrew him a little bit. Tiger basketball.
Yeah, that's a huge plus and a huge advantage for the Tigers to have Felix and NUDK back on the floor. Him and Wisner on the floor at the same time. That's a killer duo.
Really makes the Tiger front court really good right now. Moore playing very strong defense tonight. And that's going to be another steal for Moore, and he has the entire court to himself. Oh, and he's going to miss the layup. Oh, that's got to be killer for Moore. Wide open, missed layup. That was an easy 2 points.
This goes without being said, but he's got to make that layup there for Moore. He has to make that layup. That would put his team up by 1, give him the lead.
But
Cordell Marshall for 2.
Cordell Marshall's going to make it up as Eagles are going to take it back, take the lead back in this tennis match of a basketball game. LaRue was looking for NUDK. NUDK not quite set up yet. Cross-court pass to Kemp, and Kemp's just going to lose it off of his foot. And back to the Eagles.
Damian Wilson checking in for the Tigers.
As guard Damian Wilson's going to sub back into the game, taking Bryson LaRue out. Moore's going to take it up. Screen by Banks. And they're going to be strong with the ball in and out, but he's going to get a couple of free throws.
Foul on number 11.
Dion McCarthy from the line now.
His third, team first.
And that's going to be a third foul for NUDK. That is not good.
Yeah, he got 2 just within a few minutes in that first half, so they can't have him in foul trouble. Player with his capability, the Tigers have to keep him on the floor.
Banks pump fakes, but going to kick it back to the top of the key. Swatted by NUDK. And who's this foul going to be on? And Wilson knows it's him now.
Foul on number
NUDK's
11,
fourth.
Felix NUDK.
Oh no, that was NUDK. Excuse me. Wilson was looking very upset. That's going to be Felix NUDK's 4th foul.
Dion McCarthy.
And that is not good for the Tiger front court at all, Blake.
Yeah, that's really not, like you said, Alex. He's picked up 4 fouls within probably a total of 2 minutes of playing. And if you're the Ruskin Eagles, that is a huge win, and that could have been part of their game plan. We never know, but truly, that's a huge loss for the Tigers.
Make the second one as well. Eagles continuing their press into the second half. Tigers breaking it pretty easily tonight. Hunter McDonald almost stripped away from behind. Kemp inside to Wisner. Wisner using his wingspan there, but not going to work out. Here comes more. Stolen from behind by Wilson. Wilson up the court to Luke McDonald now. Fast break. Great press breaks designed by Coach Little. Wisner once again posting up inside the paint. McDonald. Good cut there by Wilson, but not going to find him. Wisner inside with the hook, no good. Rebound Eagles. Dion McCarthy now. Tavion Banks. Inside. Off the glass and in, and that's going to be a 5-point lead now. The Eagles, clearly Eagles' biggest lead of the game. And here comes the Tiger press break. Inside to McDonald. McDonald going to kick it back to the other McDonald. He's going to drive, and that's going to be an easy foul called. And McDonald's going to get 2. Blake, what have you seen changes thus far from the first quarter to compared to the second and third quarter Eagles?
Well, the Eagles in the first quarter seemed like they were in a hurry the whole quarter. The whole 8 minutes of the first quarter, the Eagles looked like they were just in a hurry and that they were in a rush. Once they started to really get into their game, which is forcing turnovers and then kind of slowing down and getting, forcing the ball inside and trying to go up with it, they really started to have success. And that's kind of been the same way this quarter. It's kind of too early to tell, as that rebound's not going to count for Wisner, as they're going to say stepped in the lane early there. But Tigers only down by 4, 5 minutes left here in the third quarter. The Tigers need to calm down and focus on not turning the ball over.
Good crossover there, was stolen by Kemp. Up to Wilson. Wilson quick with it. McDonald inside to Wisner quickly. And that's going to be 2 free throws for Wisner. As once again, Eagles finding themselves in a little bit of foul trouble. Although the Tigers are in foul trouble too. But this is another example of the Eagles getting quick fouls, which is not what you want. That was a good foul there, but I mean, you don't want to have 3 fouls this early.
Yeah, and they're kind of fouling Wisner there as a last resort. Wisner's had great footwork and positioning inside. First free throw, no good, but I guarantee you if they keep fouling Wisner, he's going to make his free throw shots. He's the 15th player in the conference in terms of scoring and points per game. So he's definitely someone that, if you're Ruskin, you're not wanting to foul him.
Sinks the second one there, cutting the lead to 3. Here comes Moore. Stolen by Wilson. He's going to take it one-on-one against Moore. Moore's going to strip it, and that's going to be out on Ruskin. So the Tigers will get it here, looking to cut the lead or hopefully tie it. 4:26 left to go in the third quarter.
2 straight turnovers, or forced turnovers, I should say, for the Tigers. That's exactly what you need, and that's exactly what Coach Little wants. Once again, Max Wisner with great positioning, though.
Wisner took it up strong, but blocked by Ruskin, and they're going to say that's going to be Eagle ball. Wisner not happy with the call.
Foul is called on number 15, Luke McDonald, his second, team fourth.
Coach Little wanted a foul in favor of the Tigers. He thought Wisner got whacked on the forearm, which I didn't see it from up here, but Coach Little definitely had a better angle than me from down there, so that's something to look out for too.
Gonna pull up from way downtown, no good, as McDonald's gonna get the rebound. Up to Kemp now. Kemp from the corner from downtown, and it's gonna tie up the game. Huge 3 from Amari Kemp. He's hit a couple big 3s tonight. Ruskin gonna drive it.
Just what the doctor ordered, Alex. Sorry to cut you off there, but definitely huge bucket there by Amari Kemp.
McDonald pump fakes. And one with a great backdoor cut by Luke McDonald, and he's going to get a free throw. Tigers could extend their lead to 3 here with 3:17 left to go in the third quarter.
What a great drive there by Luke McDonald. He had a huge role in that win versus Lee Summit West, where he started the game and almost ended up with a double-double. So Luke McDonald, key part of this Tigers team. I don't believe he started tonight, but definitely has played a big part in this second half.
They subbed out Tyron Moore, but not for very long. He is really a key asset to this Eagle backcourt, guarded closely by Wilson here. 30-27, Tigers have a 3-point lead now. Passing it around the key. Eagles always looking for the 3 ball. Jalen Dunn in the corner. Double team, not gonna do anything. Gonna stay Eagle basketball though. Little under 3 minutes left to go.
This game truly has been back and forth, Alex. Both teams keep going up by 3 points, tying the game, etc. So I feel like the team that's gonna come out on top in this one is gonna be the team that gets a solid lead. Ruskin, their highest lead is 5. Needs to be much more if they want to win this game.
Wisner inside, no good. Rebound from Tavion Banks. McDonald looking for a foul there, looking for a push-off. No good. They're gonna drive it back inside. Great, oh, they're gonna call a rebound as McDonald and Donald Bangham tussled a little bit under the basket, but gonna call the foul on Bangham.
Bangham seemed to be kind of hugging McDonald there. McDonald wanted that foul all the way, and he finally got it after a few seconds of hugging.
They're gonna call that a carry on Donald Bangham as he had a great scoring opportunity there. It's gonna be Tiger basketball, 2:08 left to go, 3-point lead for the Tigers as Alex Benassi subs in, the sophomore. Once again, using that cross-court press break. McDonald gonna take it himself with Benassi under the basket, dangerous. Oh, what a spin move by McDonald, in and out, but what a move. Benassi gonna attempt to save it. It's gonna remain Tiger basketball though. Deep pass. They're not gonna call a foul as McDonald was drilled. He is not happy. Refs letting him play a little loose tonight, Blake.
Yeah, and the calls have kind of been inconsistent. Overall, good officiated game from this officiating crew, but it has been a little bit inconsistent as some of the other calls in this game, the way they've gone, that should have been a foul, and Coach Little definitely wanted a foul. He's still talking to the official about it, but...
And high and off the glass for Luke McDonald. McDonald to Kemp, he's dangerous from the outside! That's gonna be a swoosh for Amari Kemp, another massive 3. And that's gonna be a 35-27 lead for the Lee Summit Tigers with just over a minute to go. Now a minute left to go in the third quarter. Pump fake.
Kemp is leading the Tigers with 14 points. What an offensive performance from him.
And Tyrone Moore gonna pull up inside of the paint. Little J there, 6-point lead now for the Tigers with 41 seconds left to go. McDonald in trouble. Oh, what a beautiful backdoor cut by Benassi, but he's gonna be covered by the great late defense there by Tyrone Moore. Benassi, the sharpshooter from the outside, gonna clank off. With 25 seconds left to go, here comes Moore. Excuse me, not Moore. They're gonna pull up from the outside now. Banks off the rim. McDonald looking for a foul. He's gonna drive with his right hand. And that's gonna be called a block.
Foul on number 32,
On
Tavion Banks.
On Tavion Banks there. Kaden McGuire gonna sub in now.
Kaden McGuire checking in for the Tigers.
As Max Wisner is gonna come out. 9.7 seconds left to go. Let's see if the Tigers can increase the deficit. Benassi to the corner to McDonald. McGuire now. Excuse me, that wasn't Benassi. And that's going to close out the third quarter. 6-point lead for the Tigers, 35-29. Blake, Tigers finally regained some firepower after the second half of the second quarter and the first half of the third quarter. The Eagles really had all of the momentum. What has gotten into the Tigers?
Well, Amari Kemp has continued his great offensive performance so far in this game, once again leading the Tigers with 14 points. As well, he got some help from his other playmakers like Alex Benassi. Luke McDonald had a great quarter. Max Weisner once again put up a very good quarter. So for the Tigers, just offensively, they've been there. And the history of this tournament, they're doing well offensively too. They have just a ton of different records. Like, for example, they scored the most field goals in a game in this tournament back in 1977 with 39 made in that game, as well as the highest field goal percentage with 68%. And once again, just stats everywhere for the Tigers. Highest free throw percentage in a tournament with at least 10 attempts. Back in 1990, 88% from the field, from the free throw line. It's just offensive stats all around for the Tigers in the Summit Grill Shootout. That really just, their history shows it. And tonight, the Tigers offense has done a really good job.
Indeed, they have a little bit of an offensive renaissance here in that late in the third quarter for the Tigers. And now with the final 8 minutes, let's see who comes out on top. And that's not how the Eagles wanted to begin their fourth quarter. Immediate turnover. McGuire will inbound to McDonald. McDonald going to slow things down a little bit.
And a win in this game would mean a lot to Coach Little. Good drive by McDonald, but because last year in this tournament, the Tigers lost this game and then went on to win the third place game, so they want to be in the championship this year. So this win would be a huge win for Coach Little's team.
McDonald to the other McDonald. McGuire wide open, gonna sink the left-handed layup. That's gonna increase the lead to 8. And Tyrone Moore has to figure something out to get his team back into this thing with 7:16 left to go. Gonna pass it around the key. The Eagles like to do that a lot. Gonna take it strong inside against McDonald as Dion McCarthy gonna get himself on the board, taking it strong against Hunter McGuire. That's gonna cut the lead back down to 6.
Tigers no longer have that lead, but that 8-point lead was the largest we've seen in the game, and we talked about how a big lead in this game is going to be how one of these teams win.
Reverse layup there from Luke McDonald. Tigers have led as much as 12 tonight. And then Ruskin cut the lead and then took the lead, leading as much as 7, but now the Tigers have a lead again, and that's going to be a great 3 there. Clutch 3 by Moore. He has had an absolutely stellar game tonight. McGuire, great crossover there. Deflected as another missed layup. Another missed wide open layup. That time it was Tavion Banks. As McDonald's going to draw a great foul there and going to get himself a couple of free throws. Blake, these are 4 points blown by the Eagles. They've had wide open deflection layups the entire half court to themselves, and they've missed it. Blake, you cannot do that as a high school basketball player.
You really can, and sometimes it's just the pressure. That was good recovery there by the Tigers on that last transition. But if you're Ruskin, you're down 5 points here with 6 minutes to go. Like you said, Alex, you have to make that as a high school basketball player. Ruskin and Lee Summit have both played good tonight. Ruskin came off to a slow start, but they've settled into it, and we're in for a good finish here as the Tigers lead by 6 with 6 minutes and 2 seconds remaining.
.57 left to go. 6-point lead for the Tigers. Tigers in a 2-3 zone now. preventing them from getting to the outside, making the Eagles shoot from the outside. And working out so far as that's going to clank off the rim.
Foul on number 32, Hunter McDonald, his first, team fifth.
You can see the Tigers playing a little bit of an extended zone, trying to trap them as they're going to cut inside. That's going to be a foul called on Max Weisner. Max Weisner is not happy with that call.
Foul on number 32, Hunter McDonald, his second.
No, that's going to be on Hunter McDonald. These players keep bamboozling me, Blake. They all look so mad, like the foul was called on them, but it wasn't.
Bamboozling. I like that word, Alex. Why, thank you.
McDonald taking the Tigers.
We should say, though, that Lee Summit is already in the bonus, and Ruskin just needs to have one more foul from Lee Summit to be in the bonus as well, as lead is down to 4.
See, Blake, Ruskin didn't listen to my keys to the second half. I told him not to stay out of foul trouble, and they're in foul trouble. See, Blake, you always need to listen to me.
Alex Hill knows best, everyone. I can guarantee you that.
Weisner stripped, but they're going to call a foul on that.
Foul on number 13, Trinidad.
That's going to be on
his first, team eight.
Trinidad Adika.
Max Weisner shooting for the Tigers. David Wilson checking in for the Tigers.
Blake, Tigers showing a little bit of a difference here, as they've been playing tough man-to-man defense all game, and then in this fourth quarter they run a 2-3 zone, a Coach Crawford type 2-3 zone. Blake and I would know something about that because we've done, well, dang near every girls basketball game this year.
Yeah, we would know, Alex, as we have called almost every single girls basketball game together, and we decided to take on boys basketball tonight. But definitely, I think that zone change is an interesting one, going into the fourth quarter. And I think Coach Whittle realized that, I think he's got to get a little more, I guess you could say, production from the rebounding side of things to make sure Ruskin doesn't get any second chance points.
They definitely want to keep this Ruskin team out of the paint. They want to force them to shoot from the outside. They haven't shot well here in the third quarter, but they were lights out from 3 points, from the three-point line in the second quarter. 4:37 left to go. 41-36, Tiger lead. As Cordell Marshall, the guard, gonna sub back in for the Eagles. McDonald gonna take it. What a spin move. Inside, swatted by Elijah Corner. Haven't called his name much tonight, but great help defense play.
Yeah, those are the momentum shifters. Great block there. And that's definitely what Ruskin needed. They need a spark. And Coach Little's going to call timeout.
As they want to avoid that 5-second violation. Good timeout there by Coach Little. Blake, this is a fun one with 4.5 minutes left to go. 5-point lead for the Tigers. It's close. It's been back and forth, back and forth. It started with a massive Tiger lead. Then the Ruskin Eagles cut it and then take a 7-point lead. Then the Tigers come back, and now they have a lead. Blake, it's been a really good game and a really great semifinal matchup.
It really has. We've seen, like we've already said, it's been back and forth almost the whole entire game. Both teams, great work underneath. We've seen tons of electric block shots. We've seen great three-point shooting from both teams, like Amari Kemp and Tyrone Moore. So all around a great game tonight and a great semifinal to the Summit Girls Shootout.
Tigers led as much as 12. The Eagles have led as much as 7. Stolen there by Moore. Can he make this wide open layup? Yes, he can. As he makes up for the previous missed wide open layup. As the Eagles cut the lead down to 3, this game is getting heated. Looking for Wilson, not gonna find him, gonna find Weisner in the mismatch. What a move! He kind of crawled under him there for the great layup.
The up and under there by Max Weisner. Wow.
Moore from downtown, he's dangerous! And Moore too cold from beyond the arc, and he's gonna sink that, cutting the lead down to a single possession. 3:47 left to go as McDonald is in trouble. Gonna find Wilson in the corner, and they're gonna call him for a travel. He did indeed take a couple steps there. And this is not good for the Tigers. That Ruskin bench getting heated, the Ruskin crowd getting heated, and you don't want them to have any momentum. That Moore three really set the tone.
Yeah, like you said, Alex, Tyrone Moore, great performance over these final few minutes.
Can they tie it here? Outside, he was guarded by 3 people, and that's gonna tie the game up. 7-0 run for the Eagles here, and they have tied it back up in this absolute tennis match. We're talking Federer versus Djokovic here. Absolute amazing back and forth here. I'm glad it's not a blowout. I love close games. I wish we had the lead right now, but Blake, this is a great semifinal.
It really is. We've said it over and over again, Alex, because it truly is. What a great semifinal. And here is Luke McDonald, 3:15 remaining in this game, trying to put Lee Summit ahead with a 1-and-1.
And no good off the bank. This is what high school basketball is all about. 3:10 left to go. Moore, he is so dangerous. They might want to take a look at him. Swatted from behind by both the McDonalds, but they're going to call it. And Ruskin's in the bonus now, not what you wanted for the Tigers. As Anudike with 4 fouls is going to come back into the game to prevent the Ruskin front court from scoring. McCarthy from the line, and Ruskin has the lead back. And Anudike with absolutely no fouls to give is back into the game with 3:04 left to go. Gutsy move by Coach Little.
I like it though. Might as well use all 5 fouls, and that's gonna be against Ruskin. That was pretty obvious. Step into the lane there, but the Tigers' loud crowd has stood up as we're gonna have a good final 3 minutes here, Alex, and we're in for a good one.
McDonald, Ruskin continuing their press. LaRue back into the game for the Tigers. Kemp gonna dance around to McDonald towards the top of the key. McDonald gonna drive. He's played a lot this game. Kemp gonna drive. Swarmed to McDonald. McDonald gonna drive with the right hand to Weisner. Weisner comes back out of the paint to the top of the key. Kemp from downtown. Oh, gonna airball. Saved by LaRue, but gonna end up with the Eagles. Here comes the Eagles, gonna drive. Stolen by Anudike, but right back. Oh, great backdoor cut. And it's gonna toilet bowl into the basket. Great reverse layup, great backdoor cut. And 3-point lead now with under 2 minutes left to go. And this Ruskin crowd is getting absolutely electric inside to Weisner. Weisner gonna dance around, swatted by Ruskin. Who are they gonna call it? Jump ball. Whose ball is it gonna be? It's gonna stay with the Tigers. This loud crowd needs to step it up for the Tigers. Then it may make some noise when Ruskin's on offense. I don't know about you, Blake, but Ruskin has called a timeout with 1:48 left to go. Eagles lead by 3.
Yeah, what a great defensive stand there by the Eagles. A couple possessions ago, the Tigers kept trying to drive over and over again, and the Eagles just kept taking it away every single time. Great defense there from the Eagles. And then Felix Anudike almost had the steal of the game. That would have been an electrifying finish, I can assume, if he got into open court. He would have threw that down hard. But regardless, Tigers trailing by 3 now. They're going to have the ball. And if you're Coach Little, I don't think you should go for the 3 here, Alex. I think you should go for the 2, take the, and then this Tigers team has proven that they can get turnovers. Try to go for one. And if you really get to the point where you need the 3, you always have Amari Kemp.
This Eagle front court really clamping the Tigers up inside of the paint. They really need to work some screens or something to try to get under the basket. Weisner can't do it all by himself as he's swarmed by 2-3 guys, so they need to find a way to score inside of the paint. Or at least get open. If you're just joining us, this is Alex Hill, joined by Blake Heisey, Luke Rule on graphics, and Joshua Walker on camera. Luke McDonald's going to pass it in for the Tigers, minute 48 left.
This is one of those games, Alex, where you wish the roads weren't super icy and we weren't in an ice storm, because it'd be pretty electrifying.
Missed layup there by Kemp. He was guarded heavily, though. Here come, behind the back. Here comes Tavion Banks, one-on-one against Anyudike, and that might be his 5th foul.
I hope that isn't on Anyudike, because if it is, then yeah, it's on Luke McDonald. But if that was on Anyudike, that wouldn't have been a good call. Anyudike wasn't really even in position for a foul there. Alex Benassi's going to check back in the game, see if we can get some sophomore magic here.
Deion McCarthy from the line. Missed the first one.
Alex Benassi checking in for the Tigers.
Benassi, the sharpshooter, in for Bryson LaRue. Blake, I think the Tigers need to settle down. A minute 36 in basketball terms is a lot of time. And McCarthy's going to sink the second one, extending the Eagle lead to 4 now. Kemp in trouble.
Coach Little was arguing there that the Ruskin player moved early again on that free throw, and I saw it too. I'm sure Coach Little's going to have a word with the official about that one.
Foul on the floor, push
That's exactly what the Tigers need.
by Tyrone Moore.
That's exactly what the Tigers need. They need to get points with the clock stopped. They're now in the double bonus, so Amari Kemp guaranteed 2 free throws here, and making both would be pivotal for this Tigers team.
Here's Kemp now. Too cold from the line, as he's gonna cut it down to a 3-point lead. Amari Kemp really being the beyond the arc guy for the Tigers tonight, shooting lights out. He's gonna sink 2, ice in his veins. Minute 21 left to go, cutting the lead down to 2. On the floor for the Tigers, Anyudike, Wilson, McDonald, Benassi, and Kemp as they're gonna press here. Tigers not showing very much press tonight. Stolen from behind by Wilson. And one for the Eagles. Just a little too early on that block shot. Amari Kemp gonna be called, and Max Weisner back into the game as Wilson's gonna go out. Wilson is not happy.
I don't mean to take
As he is talking it up with Cordell Marshall. They're getting into it a little bit. This game's getting heated. Can he extend the lead to 5 here, minute 15?
Once again, I don't mean to take any credit away from the Eagles, but they definitely...
2 Eagles end up on the floor. I mean, a Tiger and an Eagle end up on the floor. I don't even know what happened there, Blake. I just look over and Anyudike's on the ground. What's going on?
Yeah, it was number 32 once again, Tavion Banks, who's moved early quite a bit on those free throws, and that time he fouled Anyudike. Now Anyudike finally is going to have a chance to get on the board and points for the first time since the first quarter.
And Blake, look who is about to sub in, Landon Willis. We have not seen him at all tonight. Let's see if he can gain some momentum here for the Tigers. As Anyudike is going to miss the first one. Anyudike is going to sub in for big man Max Weisner.
Back to that last possession for the Eagles. Once again, I don't mean to take away any credit from them. All credit goes to them so far this game, but that was a pretty lucky bounce down low, which went to the basket. So
Gonna miss both here. Here comes Tyrone Moore. Triple team from the half court. Marshall intercepted by Anyudike to McDonald. Here comes Kemp up the court. Benassi cross court to Anyudike. Blocked. by Banks. He's gonna find Banks up the court. Oh, missed the dunk! Missed the dunk!
I'm sorry, but that's a really stupid play there. Why would you not just lay it in?
Once again, I'm gonna say it. The Eagles, you cannot do this if you are in high school basketball. That is 3 wide open turnover shots that they have just missed. You cannot do that as a high school basketball player. And if I were Coach Ray Hughes, I would be absolutely fuming. They have left 6 points off the board, all because they have missed wide open shots when they have the entire court to themselves. Blake, but that is good for the Tigers. Only a 4-point lead now. What do the Tigers need to do?
Well, first off, before I answer that question, I wish everyone could see you right now, Alex. Alex is sweating right now, everyone. Alex is getting very worked up over that situation, and he's not even a fan of the Ruskin Eagles. I can only imagine what the fans of the Ruskin Eagles are feeling right now. Why would you not just lay it up there if you're Banks? Why? You like you said, Alex, wide open. That would have made this a 6-point game, the most it can be if it's a 2-possession game. Instead, now the Tigers have possession. If they hit a 3, it's a 1-point game, and they can easily just foul, and it would still be a 1-possession game no matter how many free throws Ruskin made. Just not a good decision by the Eagles player there.
McDonald now, 30 seconds left to go, 4-point lead. Oh, almost stolen there. Inside to Weisner. Weisner gonna lay it up and in! That's gonna cut the lead to 2. An immediate timeout by Blake Little. And wow, what an intense game. What a great, amazing game for our high school boys basketball debut, Blake. This has been a good one.
It really has. We've said it over and over again. It's been a great game. All around, defensively, offensively, great game. And so now, if you're Coach Little, you have to draw up a press break that Ruskin hasn't seen before. And that's going to start with a double team, I'm assuming. And even if they do not get the steal, Ruskin has not proven to be a good free throw shooting team over this game and in this tournament. So if you're Coach Little, absolutely no problem with fouling early, even though there's like 45 seconds left. No problem with fouling early, and I wouldn't be opposed to it at all.
Also, if I were Coach Little, I would definitely double team or at least specially press Tyrone Moore, who has had an absolutely outstanding game, but he showed in the first half that he has had some trouble with the long passes. So if they could get him in just a bit of trouble, off balance maybe, making a bad overthrown, underthrown pass, that would be great for the Tigers. 22 seconds left to go. Can they come back down by 2 with 22.8 seconds? Both teams, no. Tigers are in the double bonus. Ruskin just in the 1-and-1 bonus. And here comes Moore. Of course he gets the ball. Gonna take it up against Kemp. They're gonna press it. And Banks gonna hold the ball. Are they gonna foul? Overthrown! Overthrown! That is exactly what the doctor ordered for the Tigers. In the words of Blake Heisey. Yes, I did indeed steal that doctor quote, but that is exactly what Blake Little wanted. And Ruskin has trying to draw up one last defensive stop here. Can the Tigers force it into overtime or maybe even take the lead? I don't know. Hopefully, Blake, this has been an absolutely electrifying game.
Yeah, 13.6 seconds remaining. And the Tigers, I say they take a shot early in the clock. Try to get a shot up with about 8 seconds left. So don't take that long if the shot's there. If the shot's not there, don't worry about it. You can still always foul. But the Tigers gonna have to try to leave time on the clock, in my opinion, because even if they make the basket, they've proven just right there they can come up with some defensive magic. And so I guarantee you, I think they're either gonna go down low to Weisner or Anyudike, or have Amari Kemp fire one from deep if they're gonna go the 3-way, which I think that if I'm the Tigers, I'd rather go inside and try to force up a foul.
Weisner was looking good on the last possession. .6 left to go. What will the Tigers do? In to Luke McDonald. 10 seconds left. covered hard towards half court by the Ruskin Eagles. To Kip from downtown! Rebounded by Weisner, swatted! No, it's gonna be a foul! It's gonna be a foul! What's gonna be the call? Was it out of time? They're giving him 2 free throws, and oh my gosh, Max Weisner's heart has to be pounding immensely.
Oh my, they're saying there's no time left, I think. I think they're saying that these 2 free throws are just to send it to overtime.
My heart is beating for him. All right, complete silence. Sinks the first one. Ice in his veins. Ice in his veins.
Alex, you are.
I'm intense.
We're both
Okay.
sweating.
All right, here we go. Ah! And that's gonna do it. That's gonna do it here from the field house. What are you gonna do? I mean, that Ruskin crowd, very loud. I mean, they're all looking like the step team over here. I mean, they are really loud. So Max Weisner still had an amazing game. I mean, played great inside the paint. So hats off to him, an amazing game. What can he do? I mean, great atmosphere tonight. And I mean, he still cut the lead to 1. Well, that's gonna do it here from the field house. Tigers are gonna go to the 3rd place game, and Ruskin will go to the championship to take on the Raytown Blue Jays, but our Tigers will go and play the William Crispin Bears. So, and that will be tomorrow night. Signing out from the Tiger Field House, this is Alex Hill, joined by Blake Heisey, Luke Rule on graphics, and Joshua Walker on camera. We will see you next time. Heartbreaker here in the field house.